Now we are going to start with the types of organic reactions. So like as you all know that the organic reactions also include the breaking and the forming of the covalent bonds, right? And how that breaking and forming, or you can say how that the breaking and the forming is done, it is actually totally dependent upon the exchange of the electrons, that from which place or you can say from which place an electron move to a which place, right? So depending upon that we have different types of organic reactions. See, it is the rearrangement, substitution, addition, elimination and polymerization. So what is rearrangement? As a name suggests, that means there will be certain kind of rearrangement. That means there is nothing is added into it, that within the molecules or the atoms which is present in the within a molecule, they get somehow arranged, right? Second is the substitution. You know that what is the substitution? Sometimes if any teacher is absent in your class, like if your chemistry teacher is absent in your class, then there is a teacher who substitute that period, right? So that means the substitution here means the same. That means one thing will be replaced by the other. Third is the addition. Addition means you are adding something to it. That means a new substance is now a member of that previous one, right? Elimination. Elimination is what? It is the removal of something. So in this, the removal of an atom or a group of atoms will take place from an organic compound. And last is the polymerization. As we all know that you are familiar with the polymerization, because from the you can say from 6th, 7th onward you start reading about the polymerization. So it is actually the combination of small molecules that unite to form a big giant molecule, that is the polymer. So now we are going to discuss each of the reaction in detail. So just concentrate here. So the first reaction what we have is the rearrangement. As I told you, like if I have this room and I have my bed here, I have my a dressing table here, or I have almirah here, then what I can do is I can just rearrange things. I can move my bed from this place to this place, I can move my cupboard from this place to this place. So that means the things are going to remain as such, but I'm just changing their positions, or you can say they're migrating from one place to the other. This is what is the rearrangement. So when we take into consideration the organic compound, then the rearrangement means in which the atoms migrate from one place to the another, and that is within the molecule. That means within the molecule, like we arrange the bed, the dressing and the cupboard within the room, right? So similarly they have been arranged within the molecule. This is what is the rearrangement, and this rearrangement occur under the suitable conditions, right, which is required. For example, generally we have seen that rearrangement occur in presence of aluminium chloride. So this is a butane, as you can see. I can have its isomer, like when I treat with aluminium chloride, what do I get? I get its isomer. So you have seen that this group has moved to this place, and as a result what you have get 2-methyl propane, or you can say this is isobutane. That is, we have achieved the isomer of the butane. Next what we have is the another example, that is the alkene. As you can see that this is but1-ene, because at first position you can see the double bond. Then again we react or you can say we make it react with aluminium chloride, and in presence of aluminium chloride it against the group get somehow arranged. Now the double bond moves from that position to the another position. So now what is there? It is but2-ene. So this is this kind of rearrangement. You can see this rearrangement can be of double or triple bond, can be a atom or a group of atom, or it can be a functional group also. Second reaction what we are studying is, so rearrangement we have done. I'm just telling you the polymerization first. So polymerization is the one, as I told you, in which the smaller units, which we will be calling as monomers, they will just unite to form a giant molecule, and that giant molecule is something called as polymer. For example, here I have a polymer of ethene. So what do I have? This is my ethene. Then this undergo polymerization and under suitable conditions of temperature and pressure, and it gives the many units of ethene which get linked with each other. This double bond actually gets singled, and they get this kind of unit. This is the monomer for the polythene. This monomer get repeated in different in a 3 dimension, giving rise to a polythene. Likewise, I told you when we were discussing the yesterday we were discussing about that the halides and all. I told you that we can have this vinyl chloride, and if we just polymerize it, if we see the, like if we use this as a monomer, then this also undergo polymerization, forming as PVC. Right, so this is our PVC. Likewise, we can have Teflon, we can have polythene, we can have this thing, the PVCs and all. So we can have many polymers actually. And what is the reason? What is the basic thing happens in them? That the small molecules, that is the monomers, they just unite with each other. Their double bond gets single, and they just make them repeat in different directions, and they give rise to a giant molecule, that is the polymer. So this is what is the polymerization. So you have seen that for the rearrangement and polymerization, for both we require a specific condition. That means the specific condition of temperature and pressure must be there. So we have to take into the consideration, like if I am making a certain kind of rearrangement, I have to look for the special conditions involved in that. Right, but the basic thing is that in rearrangement there will be an arrangement or migration of atom from one place to another within a molecule, and polymerization is something in which the smaller units will combine to form a big giant molecule. So now we are starting with another reaction. Let's see an elimination reaction first. So just look at the board.